Have you ever considered how someone may become well known throughout the world with just a grin or hand gesture? I'd like to introduce you to Khaby, a user on TikTok who gained millions of followers in secret. Khaby's story is every bit as interesting as his videos, from losing his work during the pandemic to rising to the top of the global demand for content makers. His journey is inspiring. This is the tale of a Senegalese man who was reared in Italy and became well known online for his smart yet strong humor. Let's now explore how Khaby transformed unemployment into a multi-million-dollar profession and the reasons behind his ongoing rise in popularity throughout the world. Italy was placed under COVID-19 lockdown, and Khaby had just lost his job. Living at his parents' Chivasso home, he spent his days looking for jobs. However, he downloaded TikTok and started experimenting with it in his bedroom one day, uploading videos of himself there under the username Khaby. A star on the internet emerged over time. Khaby was born in Senegal on March 9, 2000, making himself 24 years old at this point. He was actually born into a complicated public housing complex in Chivasso, Italy, not into a wealthy family. However, he managed to make $1 million in 2020. Before the epidemic, he operated CNC machines, but the lockdown caused him to lose his job. He was forced to live with his parents throughout this unemployed time, which encouraged him to start TikTok videos and become well known online. It's safe to assume that his days of hard physical labor are now most likely behind him. Dame doesn't speak in videos, but she is bilingual and speaks English and Italian well. Khaby has a ton of possibilities for earning money now that he has gained such popularity on the internet. Companies are always willing to work with well-known influencers that have a sizable fan base. His monthly income from charging brands $50,000 for a single TikTok promotional video is believed to be $200,000 annually. In addition to operating an online store where he sells anything from t-shirts to juices to magic candles, his primary source of income is brand sponsorships. Khaby asked for the help of renowned social media manager Reggio Alessandro because so many businesses wanted to work with him. In addition, he just inked a $268,000 contract with Dream11, the largest fantasy sports company in India, for their digital marketing for the 2021 Indian Premier League. This may be the first time that a global social media influencer has been featured in a mainstream Indian advertising campaign. The Dream11 campaign ad, which was created in partnership with the digital agency White Rivers Media. When asked what made him so famous, Khaby said, "It's my face and my expressions that make people laugh." He called his hand gestures a universal language. Given that his work lacks the polished production elements associated with today's most well-known internet celebrities, many of whom have made their way into Hollywood, Mr. Lame's meteoric rise, he didn't become well known by relying on phony development strategies like buying views or followers, or by getting into a collab house with other young adults. His rise has been totally natural. Khaby's art disproves and criticizes the showy trends that surface on social media, such as life hacks and similar topics. In one video, Khaby responds to someone carefully chopping up a banana with a cleaver by peeling it with his hands. In another, he uses a vegetable peeler to mimic a woman's noisy teeth peeling of a cucumber in response to a video of her doing so. The online expression "shaking my head" or SMH perfectly captures his responses. Lame throws his arms wide, palms up, like he's about to exclaim, "Duh." Every now and then he will add an eye roll or a head shake. His quiet yet intense responses have made him one of the most well-known innovators in technology on social media. Because of this memification, Khaby is currently regarded as the TikTok king. Mr. Lame's content mostly consists of tributes to his fiancée and close-knit group of friends, aside from his typical shake my head gags. In one, he asks a beautiful woman, "What would you do if you had 24 hours with me?" and goes on to list all the features of the home he would claim as his own. In another, he makes fun of a woman who expressed her displeasure on TikTok at being called an old hag. In another, he gives a weeping woman a plate to clean, as if to comfort her. Even though some progressives don't think Khaby is politically right, he possesses all the qualities that make someone a great meme superstar. His videos' constant presence and body language enable the creation of several memes by placing him in unexpected scenes. A lot of meme pages use Mr. Lame's face to take response photos or repost his TikTok videos on Instagram to encourage user interaction. He frequently shares his videos on Twitter, which increases their visibility. English, German, Arabic, Portuguese, Spanish, and other languages are being used by Mr. Lame's admirers to construct fan pages. Well-known YouTubers like King Bach have approached him about working together, and he makes money through TikTok's Creator Fund, in addition to working with companies such as, he says, the Italian pasta manufacturer Barilla. His ascent is being watched by important individuals and celebrities. Following Mark Zuckerberg's thumbs-up emoji on one of Mr. Lame's most recent Instagram photos, Khaby has been featured alongside Zuckerberg in a metaverse commercial. Additionally, Mr. Lame has appeared with Alessandro Del Piero, a well-known football player for Khaby's preferred team, Juventus. In addition, he created a parody of the popular Netflix series Squid Game with the late football great Zlatan Ibrahimovic. That's quite the stretch. He has a large fan base in both Brazil and the US, where he regularly puts on soccer hoodies representing his countries. He is also very popular in Senegal, where his family is from, and he is frequently spoken about on TV. With more than 114.5 million followers, Khaby, commonly referred to as the Italian TikToker, is presently the second most popular TikTok creator worldwide and the most popular in Europe. Lame's ascent shows how flimsy Italy's immigration and citizenship laws are. He is not an Italian citizen, even though his family arrived when he was a baby, and he has lived here ever since. Italy is known for having very strict citizenship laws. While he follows his dreams, Lame believes that his growing fame and praise will convince Italian authorities to finally accept him as a fellow Italian. He told the New York Times that, up until he started getting invitations to travel to the US from other social media influencers, his Italian citizenship had never been a difficulty. Being a worldwide celebrity now, Lame's chances of obtaining international sponsorships and working with multinational companies outside of Italy are probably going to be restricted due to his lack of European citizenship. Khaby's ascent to fame was stopped when a few incensed fans chose to stop rooting for him after he posted an anti-racist message on his Instagram stories that said, "Say no to racism." Khaby, nevertheless, was not affected by this and responded with another message urging his followers to spread positivity throughout the world. He continued, saying that he didn't care and that people utilize racism when they have nothing better to do with their lives. He claimed to be receiving a lot of comments from people telling him they unfollowed him due to his anti-racist message. This happened at a time when black creators on TikTok were voicing their concerns over being paid less for the trends and contents they developed for the platform, particularly in the United States. The unfair treatment they received on the platform was slowly becoming a subject of discussion. TikTok was accused by many black creators of promoting non-black creators who copied their dance moves and fashion. In addition, there have been increasing requests for TikTok to stop racists from using their platform to spread their toxic message. One black content producer showed how he could say support white supremacy without the TikTok app automatically classifying it as offensive, but he couldn't say support Black Lives Matter. Khaby is without a doubt the apparent ruler of TikTok and the second biggest TikTok celebrity in the world, yet he isn't the greatest earner by a shot. TikTok celebrities like Addison Rae can make up to $5 million a year, but Charli D'Amelio, the only user with more fans than Rae, only makes about $4 million. After starting a string of dancing videos on TikTok, Charli became well known and is now a frequent guest on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. After that, D'Amelio partnered with EOS Cosmetics after using TikTok to livestream her experience covering Paris Fashion Week for Prada. This demonstrates that obtaining sponsors and expanding one's content across social media platforms and brands are just as important to making money on TikTok as having a large number of followers. Khaby would therefore have to expand his brand and seek sponsorships in order to become the wealthiest TikToker in the future. However, it appears that Khaby has a promising basketball career ahead of him. The man appears to be knowledgeable in his field. He has even shared the stage with Mark Zuckerberg and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And such goes the story of Khaby Lame, the man whose dance videos went viral without him ever speaking a word. This demonstrates his creativity and dedication, which helped him achieve success. With his simple gestures and facial expressions, Khaby has reached millions of people and proved that actions are more eloquent than words. If you liked this article about Khaby's story, then do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for other interesting articles about stars and trends on the web.